Hi guys, welcome back to the channel or welcome to the channel if you're new here. And today I have for you guys the OPI Winter 2023 collection. You can call it maybe the Holiday 2023 collection, I don't know. This collection was sent to me as PR by Marlo Beauty Supply. I will link them down below. They are a pro only store, however, so if you have a pro license you can shop there, otherwise not. But they did send this to me for an Instagram project, and so this video is not sponsored, but they did send this to me as PR. So let's get into the polishes. We have 14 of them and only 2 creams. And I was feeling a fall vibe. So I almost feel like this should have been their fall collection and then the Zodiac should have been their holiday collection. But anyways, let's get into them because we have a bunch of interesting polishes here. First up, we have Sickeningly Sweet, and this is a lilac color. It is a very solid 2-coater, easy formula, doesn't really scream necessarily like holidays, but it is a little bit wintry, has a cool undertone to it. Very nice, solid 2-coater lilac polish. Next up we have Rebel with a Claws, and this one's a fantastic typical OPI red. 1 to 2 coats should be enough. And if you actually think about Santa Claus's outfit, this is that red. Sometimes reds translate a little bit different on camera, but this one in person, it is the perfect Christmas red. Again, we're going to be doing comparisons to some of the reds. Up next, we have Chillum with Kindness, and this one could be fine at 2 coats. However, I do recommend 3. I say you do 2 thin coats and 1 regular coat, and it's going to be fine. It's easy to work with, but it does have those kinds of, base colors that requires a build-up, and it has a super pretty pink shift to it. Sometimes it looks blue, sometimes it looks pink. But yeah, it's very cute for the holidays. It does say to me like I am a holiday polish, winter polish. Up next we have Let's Scrooge. I hope I'm saying that right. If not, correct me down below like you guys always do, so thank you for that. And this one for me was almost a 1-coater, so it could be 1 to 2 coats. I feel like it has a similar finish to the white, and it has a blue shift throughout. This one is fantastic. This is one of my favorites here. Up next, we have Peppermint Bark and Bite. This one is another one that I really, really love. It has a very dark forest green base, and I think the details that it has is almost like a silver shift to it, but it doesn't scream like silver when you put it on. It stays very mysterious and very nice. It actually looks almost black in some lights, but it is definitely a dark forest green. It's a 2-coater, and then the first coat, I found that it had some bald spots and minor streaking, but then it was perfect at 2. I think this one's very, very good. Really, really like this one as well. Up next, we have Hot Toddy Naughty, and this one to me screams fall. It's a good brown metallic, solid 2-coater, not much to say about it. All right, the next 3 colors, and I want to show them to you guys together because they are the same formula, just different color bases, and I even think they have the same exact glitter details in them. They're probably micro flakies, not really glitters, okay? And they do have a very indie vibe to them. This is one of those pretty uglies, and I think this one will be considered pretty ugly as well. This was probably just a regular micro flaky, and it's one of those that for OPI is very out there. But if this, if these colors were like an indie release, we will be just fine with them, But for mainstream, it's kind of risky. I don't know that many people that buy polishes from OPI at a drugstore will go for these, but anyways, let's get into them. All right, this one is It's a Wonderful Spice, and this one tells me fall. It doesn't tell me winter, okay? This is one of those that's very fall-y to me. It's giving me almost pumpkin spice latte kind of vibes. But it has a very good formula. It was a solid 2-coater. I think OPI kind of stepped outside of their box for these next 3, But anyways, we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure that people are going to be thrilled about these. They're probably going to say they don't like them. But I actually have to say, I kind of like them. I kind of like them because they're weird and different. And, I just wish they would have been in fall. Now, I'm not a seasonal wearer. So when I say I wish they would have been in fall, it's not because I care. But when you're reviewing polishes on a per season basis, you kind of put things in a bucket. And this one would definitely, for me, go into the fall bucket. Not the winter one, but, All right, this one is Yay or Nay. And this one is, like I was saying, the same formula as the previous one, where it has a gray base. I think it's unique. I think I think it's a good polish. It's not the same of the same of the same. You know what I mean? Now, again, I don't know if it's going to be popular or not, but I think it's good and the quality is great. Solid two-coater, no complaints whatsoever about the formula. But I don't know. I want to know how you guys feel about this three. And I keep focusing on them because I think they're the unique ones here in this bunch. The ones that surprise me the most. And I'm kind of like excited about them in a way, you know? All right, this one is 5 golden flings, and we'll see how long it takes for somebody to say that it looks like baby poop in the comments. It's usually something that we won't miss. Somebody will bring it up. I can't blame them though, you know, it's kind of like a weird color, and the finishes in there is, you can think about a bunch of weird stuff here, but again, it's unique, you know what I mean? Like, they really try to do something different with these, and sometimes I feel like when you've been doing so many polishes for so many years, you know, it's kind of hard because if you do the same, people's like, it's always the same. And then if you go outside of the box, people are like, it's too outside of the box. And it's like, you can never keep everybody happy. But again, in my opinion, this one is not a holiday polish. It's a very fall polish. All right, next up we have Shaking My Sugar Plums. And this one does feel holiday-ish, you know. I think it's a very beautiful polish. It has a jelly base, okay? And I think it would work great as a topper over other cream colors. Now, it was opaque for me at 2 coats though, so it's like a jelly that builds up nicely. And I don't even want to call it acrylic because it does feel jelly, but it builds opacity, so maybe it is acrylic. I don't know. I think it's very, very pretty. All right, up next we have Flame the Mistletoe, and this one's a solid 2-coater. I don't have any notes or details to say. It's just a good solid 2-coater. It's a hot pink, as you can see here, and it does have that metallic type of finish. It's a little bit of a pink on pink shift. Not sure that it fits in the color story here. It just seems like a random pink that was thrown in there, but it is pretty. So if you like it as a standalone polish, it is very, very good. And actually this one, when I received this collection that I was unboxing it onto my desk, it did this and it fell to the floor. It made a huge mess all over my floor and my furniture. So I had to go out and buy this one. So you problematic pink. Actually, it was my fault. I should have known. That's the thing with like bottles that are round, you have to be careful because when you lay them down, if something's like moving, it's like poof, and then it falls. All right, Salty Sweet Nothings. This one is a solid 2-coater. It looks good at 2, but depending on how you like it, you might need a 3rd coat just if the level of opacity is not where you want it to, you know what I mean? Now, the formula is very good, and, you know, the buildup is going to be personal preference. I will wear it at 2 just because I'm lazy, but it does look good either at 2 or 3, and it's like a foily peach jelly base. I don't know if I'm describing that properly, but it does feel foily, and it does have like a subdued peach kind of color. And then the next 2 colors are these glitters that can be worn by themselves or as toppers. I don't know why they keep doing this finish. I am not a fan of this finish. Now, I do have to say the black one looks good as it builds up. You know, when you get it to be opaque, it looks good. And if you do like a thick glossy top coat, it's gonna look fine. They did this as well on the Barbie collection. I am not a fan of this finish. It looks like kid nail polish. Let me show you. All right, this one is called Put On Something Ice. Now, this one's a jelly base with a shimmer. You know, it works as a topper or by itself. It has a good formula. It's a tiny bit thick, but it's actually easy to work with, so I cannot complain on the quality of it. I just personally don't like the polish, and it's not the color. The color is great. It's like this finish. It's like a jelly with a shimmer and a bunch of chunky glitter. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. It's just not, doesn't speak to me. Up next, we have Hot and Cold, and this one is a black jelly base. Now, it was opaque for me at 2 coats, so I would wear it at 2, but you can plan for 2 to 3 depending, you know, or you can just wear it over black. I think it's very easy to work with. I have no complaints about the quality of it, and I think this one, I actually do like how it looks once it's built up, you know, if you do a thick glossy top coat. All right, these are my top 5. Okay, these 2 we've seen before many times. These 3 I feel are unique to OPI. I think these are great. Now, these 2 have a better formula than the white, but other than that, I think this top 5 for me, definitely. If I have to pick the bottom, oops, sorry. These 2 are definitely not it for me. I don't care about this one. This one's very beautiful, but it's not something I wear. And this one, actually just this one. I love how these colors look on me and the quality is great, but I'm just not feeling this right now. That's just personal, okay? And then these 4, I actually like a lot. Even if these ones are kind of ugly for most people's standards, I like them. I like them a lot. This one too. But this is just fall, straight up. There's nothing holiday about this, you know? All right, so final thoughts on the collection. Is it cohesive? I don't think so. Is it something we're gonna remember? I also don't think so. As a collection, I think is very forgettable. We're all gonna blink, the next collection is gonna be released, and we're gonna forget this. However, that's as a collection. As individual polishes, I think these 2 we're gonna remember. Just because they're so weird and so out there, I think we are gonna remember these 2. And I also think we are gonna remember these 2. So these 4, I think, are the most memorable here, you know? The rest, we are gonna forget. Just because this red, all OPI reds are fantastic. There's nothing special here. And they have done this before many times. But again, like I said, after 40 years of making collections, there's only so much you can do to bring something new to the table. And that's where I think these 4 polishes make it memorable, you know? The quality though, the quality is good. I have to say that I'm happy about that. And the fall one, the Zodiac, was also good. Because spring and summer weren't good qualities per se, okay? I think the quality is good, so if you like anything here, you're not gonna struggle with anything. I think they're all pretty much beginner friendly. Again, thank you to Marlo Beauty Supply for sending this collection to me for the project that we did on Instagram and so that I could share it with you guys on YouTube. And thank you for sitting through this shenanigans, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye!